So today's a really big day on the channel for a number of reasons. One, it is the beginning of 10 Days of Thanks. Now, for those of you who are brand new to the Sudser family because of the YouTube thing, 10 Days of Thanks is something that I do every year for my OG Sudsers, for my preferred Sudsers, wherein I am giving away something new every day for 10 days. And so there's 10 items every day for 10 days that are, free. And today is day one of that, which is awesome. Today is also day one of 12 days of Christmas, because in order to get the Christmas line out in time for all of the Small Business Saturday shopping, that's kind of how it all ends up. So yes, you're getting Christmas content in November, and that is cool. And also, for the third reason that this is a really big deal, I am going to wait until after the intro to, tell you. So before I tell you the third reason, I'm going to say, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And yeah, it's a cool day because, again, 10 Days of Thanks is starting today. Now, the giveaway that we are doing for 10 Days of Thanks for today is a 4-pack set of the Pokebombs. So check your emails, make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter. I will be dropping that coupon code at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time through the newsletter, through the emails. And so, get your free Pokebomb set if you're one of the first 10 to complete your order on the website. So there's that. And again, 12 Days of Christmas starts today as well. And the third reason why it's so cool today is because we are kicking off the 12 Days of Christmas with my favorite soap. Now, this one is called Oh Christmas Tree. And the reason why it's my favorite soap, there's always been a soap in my line that is titled Oh Christmas Tree, because that was my grandmother's favorite Christmas song. And we built the, whole business and everything using my grandmother as the model for the business model, really. And so, yeah, she's a very important person in my life. And a lot of my childhood memories and adult memories are all tangled up in Christmas with grandma. And so I always have to keep an Oh Christmas Tree, bar in the line every year, but I do change up the pattern every year as well. So I'm going to show you the way we decided to do it this year. And, I'll talk about it in the video and do the thing. So let's go. You guys, it's Christmas. It's Christmas time. I mean, it's November, so it's not really Christmas, but it's the holiday season. And this is my favorite time of the year because, winter and Christmas trees and Santa and peppermint bark and all of the cool things. And yeah, so we are making today an Oh Christmas Tree soap. Now, I have an Oh Christmas Tree soap in the line every single year because that was my grandmother's favorite Christmas song, the Oh Christmas Tree. And I love my grandma, and she's actually the reason why I started the business in the first place. And so every single year there is a bar that is named Oh Christmas Tree, but every year we mix up the pour a little bit. So for this year, I wanted to go with making it look like a Christmas tree, right? With the star on top and doing all the things. And so that's what we were doing. The scent blend on this is actually really cool. It's like a sugared pine, right? So it's all of the crisp, clean, evergreen notes from a pine or a balsam or a fir. Actually, all of those things are in it, as well as a sugary dry down, just a little bit of sugar, so it's it's a little bit sweet along with the crisp and cold. And I have in my oil blend in this avocado oil and avocado butter, in addition to the coconut oil, the babassu oil, and the olive oil. because I am really kind of driving the point home that I want this to be like an avocado-esque uh, colored tree. We're going more vintage with the colors. I mean, you never really get super bright colors from me anyway, because I don't really like it. Like, you're not going to get like a bright red Santa suit from me, because it's not my style. But we're going more like Victorian Christmas with this, really. And I like that, with the more vintage look. And all of the bars within, you know, this particular series of like 4 of the bars of the 12 Days of Thanks will be more vintage colored in theme. And yeah, I think that's fun. So we are going to be doing mica lines between the layers, and then we'll sculpt the top to look like a Christmas tree, and then that beautiful shimmery star will go on top of it, because it's a Christmas tree, you guys. Now, the kaolin clay has been dispersed in water for this, because I really don't mind if we have glycerin rivers with this. I love glycerin rivers, though. That's just part of my, I don't know, my weird obsession. I've said this before, I never really realized how much of an obsession I had with glycerin rivers until I started the channel, and it turns out I've got an obsession. It's a thing. And so it's basically a one pot. I mean, it's a single color bar, so I wouldn't even call it a one pot wonder, because it's a single color bar that I'm just going to be laying down at different intervals and putting mica lines in. So that's gonna be fun. Now, for this this coloring, again, I don't want to go with like the really dark greens or the really, really bright greens. It's just not my style. So we're going with this, with the beautiful avocado-y green. And again, the avocado oil, avocado butter, all of that to really drive the point home. I will be separating this out into different stages for the pour, kind of evenly as much as I can. And then kind of mixing up each different layer, so I can pour another layer on top and the mica line and all the things. But yeah, this is totally ready to go and ready to be put in the, oh, we're also doing some exfoliant with this one. So we are doing a crushed walnut seed with this guy. And yeah, we are ready for the first stage of this pour. So let's go check that out. So, Xmas tree. I have an aunt who like hates whenever you abbreviate Christmas to Xmas. She hates it. But with that particular title, it's hard to get Christmas tree on there without making the words really small and whatever. But also I'm not religious like at all. So whatever. It's not a statement. It's just whatever. But the Christmas I love. Like, Christmas is awesome. It's so much fun. It's Santa and reindeer and, hot cocoa and snowmen and all of the awesome things, which I am totally here for. Isn't that scent blend weird looking? Yeah, it's like bright green. It's super crazy. And yeah, so with the, yeah, I love Christmas season. It's like, this is the best time of the year. I grew up in southern Colorado, and it snows all the time there. And so as a kid, I was always super duper like hoping for snow days and all the cool things I would do if I was, if I had a snow day, like, you read in the books. But, I grew up in Colorado, so snow days were not a thing, like, ever. There could be 4 feet of snow on the ground, and the buses put chains on the tires, and you went to school. It's not so up here. There's like half an inch, just like a skiff on the ground, and school is called for like 4 days straight. It's a completely different world. But yeah, when it was not a snow day, but on the weekends, we had tons of fun. So there would be like ice fishing and ice skating on like ponds. So like a legitimate, like, terrifying experience. Ice skating on a pond is wildly different than ice skating in like a proper rink that is insured to have, ice that won't break and you won't, die. But also we would do a sledding, but tubing, right? And so there would be this tubing. There's this tubing hill back where I grew up. It was a crazy hill. I had so much fun with it, on it when I was a kid. But going back as an adult, like with my younger cousins, it was legitimately terrifying. It was a very big hill, very long walk to get to the top of it, and it wasn't like created by like the local, governments or anything. It was just literally something that, it was the tubing hill. It's where everybody went. And sometimes people would build at the end of it a ramp that would catapult you over the highway, which again, as a kid, sounded super cool. But as an adult doing the thing, I'm like, oh God, this is legitimately terrifying. What if you like, and you start thinking about all the potential ramifications of this, and you could die, you know, all of the things. But that tubing hill was so much fun, and you would legit just go up there with like inner tubes, like from the inside of like tires or something. I don't exactly know how tires work, but my family was not the type of family that would like specifically have just tubing. Like you bought this at the store because it's labeled a snow tubing tube. I really do think it was just the inside tube of of like a tractor tire. That's just, I think that's how it was. And yeah, it was a really good time. And so many of my memories, like growing up with, you know, the holiday season and Christmas and all that, are wrapped up with my grandma, because my family, all of the family gatherings were always amazing. And, you know, my grandmother and my mother always ensured that no matter what. But Christmas was legit. Like it was so much good food. My grandma would make like, I don't know, like 9 pies, and my mother would make the most amazing rolls. I mean, she makes rolls all the time, but you know, Christmas rolls, it's a big deal. And like fudge, my mom makes the best fudge like ever, and cinnamon rolls, and like, oh, the food was great. And you're like shoving way too many people into like a 3-bedroom house for, you know, Christmas Day. It was crazy. It was so much fun. And speaking of not so much fun, there are 2 things wrong with this picture right here. A, my glove has popped, and I just have a thumb just wholly hanging out there, and that's terrible. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. That is irresponsible soap making. Don't do that. Change your glove. Unfortunately, PPE is still incredibly hard to find up here, so changing my glove was not really an option at this point. And yeah, so don't do that. But 2, I'm doing some sculpting. I have a carving tool there, and I don't like that. That's not my, I mean, where's Georgia May? This is not my bag. This is her bag. But I'm making a Christmas tree for my grandma's soap, for the old Christmas tree soap. So I'm going to sculpt it. We're going to make it look like a Christmas tree. And that's weird, because I don't do sculpted layers. But, you know, cool. We're going to do the thing. I should really change my glove, though. Seriously, don't do that. Don't soap like that. That's not okay. That's irresponsible right there. I have way too many stories about being injured, actually, from raw soap batter. I mean, not like injured to the point where there's, you know, long-lasting damage, but it's burny. It's not fun. And so I should have changed my glove. Stop looking at my finger. Look at the pour. But yeah, so the old Christmas tree bar, I'm going to do the thing, is I'm doing the mica lines, and I'm doing the sculpting and all of the things to make sure that it's a perfect, cute little Victorian looking Christmas tree, because again, this is the bar that exists no matter what. Every single year there is an old Christmas tree bar, something that is named old Christmas tree in my line. And so I thought, for the first time ever, why not make it look like an actual Christmas tree? Because, you know, that makes sense. And yeah, this is going to go on the top, and I am not going to C-pop this because I don't want the star to melt. So I'm just going to wrap it and spritz it and set it aside. And again, not C-pop it. I'm not putting it in the oven because I do not want that star to melt and be like a melted Christmas tree, because that's sad. It works for melted Olaf. It doesn't work for a melted Christmas tree. I can't spin that. And yeah, we will cut into this tomorrow and see what we are working with, you know, inside, and see how those mica lines worked out. And on to the cut. But really what I'm thinking about right now is food, because I started talking about the awesome food that my mom and my grandma make. I mean, grandma made, mom makes, and now I just want to eat Christmas food. What are your favorite holiday foods? Like my mom brings it. Like, I mean, so does my dad, though. He makes some legit. He made a prime rib one year, like prime rib and lobster, that was like, he doesn't do that now because there are a lot of children around and they don't eat that stuff. And so he just, you know, he does the normal with the turkey and the ham. And my brother makes amazing turkey. I don't cook. but I love, love, love eating. And so now I'm just thinking about food and wishing Christmas was like right now. But we have Thanksgiving coming up, so that's cool. And that is so cute. Oh my God. Now with this scent blend, it is going to darken up a little bit because of the extra sugar kick, because of the vanilla in it. So it will darken up a bit and go to a slightly darker green, but not much. And that's perfect because that's exactly what I wanted with like the tinsel and the more Victorian Christmas tree, more vintage looking, really. Not super bright because, again, I don't do super bright, but the little star on top is super adorable. I love that. It's very simplistic in nature, which I love, but also completely, you know, capturing what the bar is. I wouldn't need to even band this, and you'd know that it was a Christmas tree bar, and you would expect for it to smell like, you know, Christmas trees, and both are true. But it's, you know, it'll be banded. It's awesome. But I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't know. That is so adorable. It's I love the winter season. This is just my favorite time of the year. It really is the most wonderful time of the year. And that is just so cute. We have little Christmas trees. And that is how we are kicking off the, you know, 12 days of Christmas, is with these adorable Christmas tree soaps. And there will be 11 more products that'll be released on the channel, but we're not doing videos for the majority of them. Like, well, no, that's not true. We're just not doing videos for some of them. Like, we're not making another lotion video because we've done it. We're not making a scrub video, although we haven't done a whipped sugar soap scrub video yet. Maybe we should release that. But anyway, yeah, this day 1 of 12 of 12 days of Christmas, and day 1 of 10 for the 10 days of thanks. So again, check your emails at noon, and you will get the coupon code to get a free Pokebomb set, and that is day 228. Oh, Christmas tree. So the avocado oil, the avocado butter, that beautiful avocado-y color with the mica lines and the cute star on top, and of course smelling like a winter wonderland. That is a beautiful bar, and I'm super excited to be kicking off 12 days of Christmas with this one for sure. Now, if you're interested in the, you know, Christmas tree bar, you can totally get it. Everything will be available for the Christmas line in 12 days. So realistically, it's actually going to all be up there on Small Business Saturday. So, you know, you can come back and check it out, or you can go to the website and check it out, you know, there on Small Business Saturday. If you are interested in following me on social media, I am there. Do the things: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you're interested in more soapy antics and seeing what else we have in store for not only 10 days of thanks, but also 12 days of Christmas and all of the other day projects that I do throughout the year, because I do a lot of them. It's kind of my thing. Subscribe to the channel. That would be cool. You could click the button and it would be awesome. And you could be part of the Sudzer family too. For those of you who are already part of the Sudzer family, you are awesome. Thank you for being here for another round of 365 days of soap. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, you know, I put a link in the bottom. You should do that, because 10 Days of Thanks is a really fun project, and it's a good time, crazy time every year, but I always super enjoy it. So you can be part of that too. Again, thank you for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for day 2 of 10 and day 2 of 12. Bye.